Has Madman finally gone mad? Welcome everyone, this is Madman, bringing you another RSL video. So today, I'm going to do something that you might think is crazy, and I think is necessary. So, we'll just come look at my champions here. A lot of 60s is my free-to-play account. Some that are 6-star that I haven't built up, but I got Glisea I want to do. Vivald I want to do. Sylar, J-Reg I want to do. Calvalax, Nishak, Hawkhorn can wait, Cleopatra can wait. I want to do Harkin. Don't ask why, but I want to do Harkin. Skytouch, Husk, Skullcrown, Sanacia, Doom Priest. I want to do Bistophus and Maneater. And then I want to say, are there any of this vault here? Madame. My only Madame, and she's still 50. And then actually want to, where is he? Want to get Errol up. I actually got Zavia up, I just haven't run her. But look at how many champions are waiting on my free-to-play to be 6-starred. Now, one other thing. Come over here. I still got Pythion that I haven't fused yet, and I'm waiting for a personal reward CVC, but I want to fuse him. There's another one. Oh, and Lydia's sitting there waiting for me. So I've completed all my faction wars, but there's Lydia. Definitely Lydia and Pythion are going to be real quick on the list. But I'm patient, at least when on this free-to-play account, so I'm not in crazy rush to pull those two and get them built. Pretty low on coin, really need to do a gear cleanse, but that's not the point of this video. So what's the point of this video? Well, we're right in the middle of this Olilia, or whatever her name is, fusion, but they have this nice champ training going on for her partner in crime, which no, I'm not trying to get at all. You see 22,000. Yeah, I'm not going that, but I want the legendary book. Personal rewards, pretty sure, at least where we're at, legendary book is not a reward. So I want the legendary book, and I'm highly debating on pulling my shards. Not that I want the rare or need anything like that, but there's 2 legendary books as well. I don't need obviously any other champions to build, but man, those legendary books are so hard to come by, so I'm tempted to pull the shards there. So we'll see. I got some time to debate on that. Anyway, so what's the big thing? Faction Guardians. We'll just go through here. I use Stagnite. Don't use him. Don't use Horden. Might use him down the line, but I don't know. Same with High Elves. I do use Royal Guard. I need to build that one. I do use Tyrell. In the Faction Wars, I need to build him up some more. Use Mordecai. Deacon is in my Clan Boss team, so definitely want the attack and defense. But Barbarians. Don't use Armina, Talia, or something like that. Don't even know who they are. Guess what's going to happen here? Boom, boom, confirm. Boom, boom, confirm. I don't have any other Barbarians. Hell, I don't even have much in the way of legendaries. The Soul Bonds can stay for now. I might save them for a rainy day. They're just rares anyway, so they're not too hard to get. One of the other tougher decisions was I could do Pestilence here and get this 10% defense. You know, why not do that? Well, I got Sanacia, and I got Skullcrown, Their offense. So, I mean, Tenacia's kind of hybrid there. She can be offensive or defensive. She's a swing batter there, but Skull Crown, who I'm mainly going to be using as a nuker, she's offense. Don't really need a defense. Don't really need anywhere but arena. Probably just mainly 3v3. So, do I really need that defense? No, not as bad as I need to get some of these other champs that are going to help progress my account up to level 6. But I want to keep some, HP and attack, and then of course accuracy and resistance, right? So that's kind of important. I can sacrifice the defense for now. So that was a tough call there. Another one actually with Sacred Order is I got Deacon Speed Tune. I could, and I'm holding off, I could either feed these two or put them in here to get that speed, but then I got to re-gear it. And as you saw, I don't have much in the way of coin. So let's get down to the point of it. All those epic champions that are just sitting there, and I've gathered a whole lot, they're sitting there, and they're not doing me any good. I'm not using them. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some 5-star food so that we can upgrade some of these champions and start putting the ones that we want to into use. So now I went ahead. I do not recommend this. In fact, I almost wholeheartedly stand against it, but some of these I just leveled up to kind of mark as I wanted them for Faction Guardians. That's why they're at 17 versus everybody else at 15. But I went ahead, I want to say it was 3 brews and 1-star food to get them to level 15. That was a bunch of points just to get to that 10,000, because I don't know if I have enough energy, and I don't know if I want to waste enough gems to grind them up. Kind of hurting on coin there, but as you can see, I got a fair amount of brews. So I went ahead and did this the painful way, and got all these 4-star foods prepped. Now, I'm only going to do 1 5-star for right now. This one again was kind of a marker there. So we got these at 18. So what I do, I take this guy, and I don't really recommend this, but I'm trying to get as far as I can in the champ training without having to use too much energy. So I'm going to put 3 brews into them. That's going to take us to level 17, almost level 18. Put 1-star in there. That pushes us over to 18. Might as well grab those extra points there. Boom, we've upgraded. I got 102 points. I have the resources to do this, minus spending the silver, but I have plenty of gems. But as you saw, what did I have? 16 or more 6-star projects in the waiting? Why am I saving these champs? Never using Kitus, never using Woad Painted, never using Jingle Hunter. I actually have 4 more allures, so y'all think I'm crazy. Nope, I got 4 more of those. Got 2 more Skull Crushers, and I barely used the 1, so don't need that. Never used Ultimate Gaelic or Thanasil or Aox. Never used any of these champions. So you think I'm crazy, but what are they doing in Faction Guardians? And then half of, I evaluated basically what I needed, what I'm using, and then what's more important. So what are we going to do? We're going to make some food. So we got a bunch of these already at 40. I know you're probably crying at some of these, like Armina, never used her. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make that food. So we'll just go down here and we're going to grab food, say yes, and there's a 5-star chicken. Welcome to Hanurak, or Tuhak. Thank you for becoming food. And just feed, and I don't actually have enough of these chickens to get all of these up to 5-star. Now, I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me do all of this. The point was to sit there and say, you got to evaluate what you need. So, That being said, I'm going to do one Nishak. He's got some gear, but we're going to sacrifice because it's crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're already prepared. Normally I just use like these 5, but like I said, I've got the resources, so I'm going for the points. I don't recommend doing that way. If you ever see my other video, you'd understand why. I recommend you go watch that. It's better to pump your brews and stuff into your rank up champs, not your food champs. But going for quick points, so if you got the resources, it's not that big of a deal. But resources are somewhat limited on free to play. Now, I've been at this a long time. I kind of neglected it and just kind of did daily stuff. So that's why I have a fair amount of buildup of resources, but I'm not as progressed as you'd think. So we're going to upgrade. And guess what? Now, Nishak, he's 6-star. What do I do next? Well, I take my 6-star and I go over here and I grind Minotaur. And I'll waste my gems. I will. To grind up the scrolls. And let's see, it's roughly 650 gems to get full masteries there. So that's 1,300 for 2. 6 is 3,900. So almost 7 champions I can grind up masteries with the gems I have. Definitely by the time I get around to that 7th one, I will have enough gems for it anyway. But I will go in here and see, like Jinbo, I was grinding up his scrolls. Already had all of Rockbreaker scrolls, but I didn't have them to 60. So if I don't get him to 60, I'm leveling him up, but getting just scrolls for him. And once he's completed the 60, I'll put Gimbo back in, and then I'll start, I'll start with Nishak, or we'll replace Gimbo. I'll finish off Rockbreaker. Once he's finished off, I'll put Gimbo back in, and while I'm grinding up all the scrolls for Nishak, Gimbo's going to get topped off to 60. And then wash, rinse, repeat. That way, I'm getting scrolls for just one and not spreading it amongst the 2, but I'm leveling up the one I'm getting scrolls for, plus finishing off the levels on the other one, and not doing it in campaign. Is it super efficient? No, but it's fairly efficient. It's better than just running them through campaign. Now, that being said, with campaign, I'd get a lot more silver because most of that equipment you're going to sell, plus the silver you get. But that's just the way I like to do it. Now, a few other little things. Go back to the Bastion here. Sometimes I will run a 5-star through and get his masteries. That usually takes him up. As you can see, at level 50 or pretty close. Usually when I do that is when I have a barrel. So that, okay, I got all his masteries. I finish him if he's not there, getting him to 50. I pump the 5 chickens into him. I get him a 6-star. I throw a barrel in. Boom. He's 60, ready to go. Just need to book him out and put some gear on him. I do not like gearing my champs while I'm running them through Minotaur there. I let my 2 champs there do the work and try and let whoever's getting scrolls not minimize screwing up any of that. And sometimes it does happen. They'll do some weird little thing, and it's just enough a tweak to where, oh, instead of healing, Magnar dies or whatever. But it's been a while since that's happened. When they weren't quite that well built. You run into that problem. So I don't like to bother gearing them until they're ready to go. I like to have my champs ready to go beforehand. Now, sometimes you got to do some of those 50s. As you can see, I did the faction wars. A lot of them were just 50s. Didn't use any of these champs in the factions. So my factions are obviously all done because Lydia's sitting in and waiting. So I don't need them. So plan to put them to use. Nishak, I'm going to use. You know where I'm going to use them? I'm going to use them in damn Hydra. I may use them in Bommel. I don't know yet. By Stoffus, I'll probably use in Doom Tower. Maneater, um, where will I use him? Definitely Faction Wars. I don't need him for Clan Boss, but there might be some specialty rooms in Doom Tower. I'm sure I can find a place, but Maneater's just one, one of those few that you just don't get rid of. But who will I do next? I'm not sure. Let's see, who do I got? I like Glacea. It's not super reliable, but can be a counter to Warlord and Arena. God knows he's a pain in the ass. Sylar. Oh, I love Sylar. A lot of people, don't think or remember too much about her, but she decreases speed by 30% on all enemies for 2 turns, and decreases their turn meter. That's a big drop. So those upper Doom Tower floors, those Sifis that are at 265 speed, you hit them with this, and then now your 200, 210 nuker can actually go before Sifi and do some damage. So she is great for that. Plus you put her in a stun set, she might stun them. I used her for the longest time on my main to help me get through a lot of those hard Doom Tower floors, especially the upper ones. So she's great for that. She attacks all enemies here, so stun set. Attacks all enemies here, stun set. So first you're decreasing the turn meter, you hit them with the first round, come back around, now you're trying to stun everybody. So she's great for that. Bivald. He's a good provoker for Hydra if you don't have, better options. I don't have a Krisk on either account, and probably never will. So he's one of my better options for provoke and Hydra. J-Reg. I like J-Reg, especially for some of the spiders in Doom Tower. A1 decrease attack. It's not super high chance, but basically you just, all you wanted is him to A1, land that decreased attack. Plus he's got his passive where you get hit and you lose 20%. He's throwing up a continuous heal buff on you. So he's passively healing you, and he's putting decreased attack so you don't get totally wiped in one shot there. You don't even really care about his A2, but I like him for some of those in Doom Tower. Of course, you can also use them depending on where you are in Clan Boss. Cavalak sitting at 50, and for quite some time now. Sky Touch is another one. She removes all debuffs from allies and puts block debuffs and a revive on death for 2 turns. That comes in clutch. Now, she likes to suicide kill herself slowly while doing that, but and then this is not super big, but that comes in clutch. So she's very handy there. She can be handy in Clan Boss, but you'd be surprised how handy that can come in Arena and potentially in Faction Wars. Harkin, I don't have a lot of good debuff spreaders, so I'm looking, no, it's not the weekend. I want attacks one enemy, applies a debuff spread. Well, what good is that? Well, you take Harkin, and no, I didn't come up with this. I don't know if I have her out and about. Is she in the vault? You take Rhonda, right? Let's move her out over here. You take Rhonda. You block their passive skills. You block their active skills. You don't need any accuracy. You just hit them with that. Oh, it's on now. You come around. You hit them with Harkin. Now it's spread to everybody. Hey, triple CV with Rotus. Now you got a shot to take out those free CV and see if you can survive those Rotus to get to the next wave. Using 2 champs to do that, it's not necessarily a great thing, but she can smack too, so you can set her up to, do a little crowd control and then nuke. Probably hard to get both of those but that's a reason why I get Harken up. Skull Crown can be a nuker. I need to get Husk up for Hydra. Doom Priest comes in handy in some of the Doom Towers and stuff. Senation's not as high priority. By Stophus though for Arena, because I'm coming up to where I need to get to Silver 3, well, or Silver 4 and Gold 1, and the race to oh, what's his name in the end of the missions here? The race to Romantu, which might be a moot point since, Polarium has decided that, oh, what is the blessing? Polymorph doesn't need to be buffed or nerfed at all, so Romantu is almost useless. He's actually pretty fun in gold, but once you get up to high gold and into plat, Polymorph just nullifies him. No point in bringing him in there. They got to fix that, but they probably won't until, maybe the plat players will stop paying money, stop pushing plat just for a week and send a clear message like, no, y'all screwed up these changes and some of them need to be fixed. But anyway, that's a whole different story. So there you go. Clean up your champs. What's more important? I mean, like him for Hydra, so I can get maybe some more blessings, because right now the way they're doing the blessings, the only way I'm going to get blessings is my Hydra rewards. I am no longer farming Iron Twins. Not going to do it. They just screwed it up so bad, it's just not worth it. You want me to spend money? Not going to happen. In fact, you're almost to the point where you're going to push my main to totally free to play. But anyway, but Glacea, useful. A counter for Warlord. Not perfectly 100% superstar for that, but she has a chance. So she is definitely better being at 60 and put out into use than Armina, who I never use and I'm not going to use for stun. Or I don't even know what Valia even does, or Pestilus. I'm not going to use them. You might go, ooh, Aox. I'm not using them. I got a good clan boss team, so I'm using a Myth Air, and it's a hybrid one where I'm either using Geomancer or Turbold. So, the only thing that'll help me with that is a Fushan. Then I can not worry about any affinities, and boom, I'm done. I have a Myth Fu team, and I'm done. You just need to get above 70. If your clan's struggling and you need to go a little bit higher so that, you finish off the clan boss and get 2 times reward instead of just 1, I understand. But otherwise, wasting your resources going too much higher above 1 key is kind of pointless. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I did 200 million. How much speed runs are you sacrificing on Fire Knight or Dragon to do that? How far in Doom Tower are you not getting, or in Arena are you not getting, because you put way too many resources and overkilled the hell out of clan boss when you don't need to. So anyway, again, got to be going on another rant. Doom Priest will be helpful now. Sky Touch will be helpful now. Cavalax, I might finally, between Cavalax and Zavi there, I can do a kind of poison explosion. Oh, look, there's a Renegade. No, don't have a Karmar in your account. But I got a Renegade, so I can start, I got a strong basis there for the poison explosion team. I don't think I have a Taurus. Husk. Husk is very important, and he's only at 50, and I only have 1. Very important and useful. And Hydra, and we're hitting Brutal. And I'm not at the point where I can really do Brutal worth a damn, but I'm fairly easily 1 king hard. So, and the clan, I'm not sure how we're doing, but we are trying to open up or finish off Brutal so that Nightmare can be opened up to the higher end guys. But anyway, Bivold there, all these people being at 60 and being used, do me a lot better than, 10% defense when, or, even 10% HP when I'm like, I don't have, but like maybe one epic. Let's see, what do I got here as far as barbarians go for epics? Not used, 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 not used. I use her. I might start using him. Not used. Uh, not built yet, not built yet, so I'm kind of sacrificing there. I'll probably keep Sawai just because she's void as well. But that's only for the time being, but not really using her either. So these three aren't being used, but they'll eventually get built. I am using High Katoon. She actually comes in handy for Dark Fae. Don't really use an arena. But I actually got, I got 5 solid legendary champs there for Faction Wars. I don't even use Altan. I'm not even sure I use Altan in Faction Wars. In fact, I don't use Altan anymore in Faction Wars. I use these 4 and Mermaid. So, there you go there. Don't even use any of them here. So why keep them around? Is that 10% HP on High Katoon? Well, actually, I don't want her having more HP because mainly I'm using her against Dark Fae. So once we get to Dark Fae, I want her to be weak enough that I can nuke her down when I kind of face my copy. So evaluate your account. You might have a lot of hidden food there waiting in the wings that you can sit there and level up. Now, where was I in this champ training tournament here? No, that's not it. Sorry, that's a champ chase. Apologies there, champ training. So look at that. We're at this reward and this reward I haven't claimed. So we're barely just past there, and now we're already up to 7,000 points, and I haven't fought a single battle in campaign. I'm not sure how many points that is, but it's probably 3,000 or 4,000 just leveling up. So, I still got to do all those 5 stars and then make some 6 stars, so it should be easily to 10,000. I will probably actually I might try to get to this 8,000 and then start farming minnow and getting some of those masteries ready to go. And then we'll see how close we are towards the end because we still got 3 days to get to 10,000. Not going for the legendary. In fact, I'm surprised I'm in 3rd. If it stays that way, I'll be shocked too. I'm going to get to the 10,000. I might push a little bit further if I'm still like in the top 3 to 6 here, even though 5 stars not doing me any good. Possibly some epic, but I wouldn't mind getting some of the 6 star even if it's a rare, because the relentless is hard to get, especially as free to play. You got to kind of save up your resources. So anyway, there you go. Madman may have gone mad, or maybe he just pulled a brilliant maneuver off. Use your free-to-play resources. It's nice to have all these champs if you're spending money. If you're free to play, you need to get the champs that you're going to use into the field to play. Sitting as 50s on the sideline, or even if you throw them in but as 50s when you could have them as 60s and do way much better with them, then why not go ahead and do it? So that's my advice. Have a nice day.